How do you know if you're not just a placeholder in your current relationship? Yes, you've been dating this guy for X amount of years, you've been dating this young lady for X amount of years, but how exactly do you know if you are not just holding on to the spot for somebody else? Placeholder in a relationship, by definition, is when you as a partner have been doing everything in your power that you're supposed to do in a relationship to stay in that relationship, while your significant other is just waiting for somebody else they think is better than you to replace you. It's like you could be with the person for X amount of years thinking this is the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Meanwhile, the entire time, the person is only looking for the next best person they think is available to replace you. Which means despite all the sacrifices, everything that you've done for that relationship or for that person, they do not see you as somebody they want to spend a future with. And from the many places, from the many people who probably don't even know that they were just somebody's placeholder, today we're going to give you the 5 signs you might be a placeholder in your current relationship. 5 signs you might be a placeholder in your current relationship. Welcome back to those of you already part of the community. And if you are new around, on this channel, we give relationship advice. If this is something that you're into, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell because we've got a lot to talk about. The first sign is a rebound relationship. Rebound relationship is when the person that you are dating was in a relationship before they met you, and by the time you guys ended up trying to work things out, you get to understand that the person is not emotionally available because they are still attached to the things that have happened in the past relationship. Therefore, 3 things usually happen. If you are lucky enough, the person might learn to appreciate you or to love you to the point of giving you a good chance to start a good relationship with them. That's probably 3 out of 10. There's not a real chance that this person can actually start another relationship and to be very active in that relationship, especially if they are still attached to the last person they were in a relationship with. Which brings me to the second thing that usually happen. If they were still in love with their ex, at some point, despite the fact that you are in a rebound relationship with them, they can end up leaving you and to go back to their ex. From that point, there's absolutely nothing you can do because the person usually tell you that, you know what, I am not ready for a relationship. And folks, if somebody ever tell you they are not ready for a relationship, don't look for the reasons why they are not ready for a relationship. If they happen to tell you that, just take the words as it is, pack your stuff and leave. Do not try to entertain anything that do not want you to be around them. And the third thing that usually happens from that rebound relationship is that yes, you guys probably could be together, spend a good amount of years together, just to understand that this person at some point gonna realize you are not the person they wanted to be with because they were just with you as a rebound person, a rebound chick, a rebound guy, which means you were just there within the grieving process. They needed somebody to be around them. They needed somebody to listen to them, basically somebody for them to use within the time of their emotional crisis. So anytime somebody gets to tell you that they just want a rebound relationship, understand that you are just being somebody's placeholder. You are just being there until they actually fulfill the timing they needed to get back on their feet. From that point, nobody knows what could happen because you were just holding on until somebody comes back. Probably their ex or somebody new they probably think is better than you. So my advice from this entire rebound relationship thing, do not ever get yourself to the level of becoming somebody's rebound person if all you've been looking is a serious relationship. Because being somebody's rebound chick, rebound guy automatically means that this person is not gonna stay with you. And yeah, for those of you who think that you could still push it, you could still make it work, no, it doesn't work like that because emotionally speaking, the person might not even be available for you. They might not even want to be in a relationship, especially if they got hurt from the last relationship. You don't want to find yourself settling for things like that because at the end of the day, you're going to be the one hurting yourself even more. So from the 5 signs you might be somebody's placeholder, a rebound relationship is at the top spot. The second sign indicating that you might be a placeholder in your current relationship is when somebody is always willing and ready to leave anytime you guys are in the middle of an argument, anytime things get difficult, anything that's not going the way they want it to go, they're all ready to leave you. And they wouldn't mind if you happen to leave them as well. This is the type of situations anytime you find yourself getting into an argument with the person, despite the reason you're getting in an argument with the person may be about the future of the relationship, maybe about them not caring so much, maybe about them not showing you much attention, maybe about them not doing what they're supposed to be doing in a relationship. Anytime there's an argument in a relationship, the person tend to give you that same pressure. They are ready to leave. Anytime someone is ready to leave from a relationship they are supposed to be loving you from, that automatically means one thing: they do not love you as much as you love them. Therefore, you shouldn't be settling as far as forcing somebody to stay with you, especially if you've been optimistic as far as having a future in that relationship. So from that point, you need to understand one thing: there's a huge possibility that you were just a placeholder in that relationship, or you're still a placeholder in that relationship, because anybody who truly loves you won't be trying to leave you about every little things. So from the 5 signs you might be a placeholder in your current relationship, your partner ready to leave about any little things is at the 2nd spot. The 3rd sign indicating that you might be a placeholder in your current relationship is that they only do things that are convenient to them and to them only. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you are the only one texting, you are the only one calling, you are the only one checking on people, you are the only one doing the things that the other person should be doing equally in the relationship, understand that this person doesn't value your presence in a relationship. Therefore, there's a good possibility they are out there looking for the person they think could be better than you as far as replacing you from the minute they find that person. You don't have to settle for anything that's not cherishing you in a relationship. I don't ever want anybody to be doing 80% of the relationship while the other person is barely doing the 20%. It's not balanced. At some point, you're going to realize that you wasted your time. And the main reason why the person did not want to invest any time, any effort in the relationship is because the entire time they did not see you as anything else but a placeholder. They will never put you in a situation where you could feel safe about the relationship. And if you don't feel safe in a relationship, why are you even in that relationship, right? Why are you even dating somebody whom you don't know if you're going to have a future with? Somebody who makes everything about themselves while the relationship is supposed to be a teamwork. And I know sometimes some people might probably love the person more than they love you, but at the same time, you have to understand if it's not balanced, it's not a relationship. If the person is not trying and willing to do the same things that you've been doing in a relationship, understand there are many reasons why this person might not want to invest their times and their efforts simply because they are just holding on to you until they find the person they've been looking for. Which means the minute they find the next best thing they think is better than you, they'll be the first to leave you. So from the 5 signs you might be a placeholder in your current relationship, your partner doing things that are only convenient to them in a relationship is at the 3rd spot. The 4th sign indicating that you might be a placeholder in your current relationship is when you understand that the relationship been at a standstill motion the entire time you've been dating that person. Yes, you guys been dating, but there is no future between you. They don't talk about kids, or anytime you're trying to bring that up, they'll tell you things like, you know what, we still need to make money. We cannot afford a child right now. We cannot afford a house. We cannot afford a wedding right now. We just have to make money. And when it's time to do it, we're going to do it. If every time you get to talk to your partner that you've been dating for the past 5 years, anytime you're trying to talk to them about the future, they're always giving you excuses as far as them not being ready. Sometimes they just might not want to tell you that you're just a placeholder. But my thing is this: if you've been dating somebody for the past 3, 4, 5 years and they are still giving you excuses, you need to give them an ultimatum. Yes, let them know exactly what you're trying to do with your life as far as them telling you exactly what they want to do with their lives. And if it doesn't match the same things that you want to do, you might really need to rethink your options. You might really need to rethink your options, because the worst thing you don't want to do is to be dating somebody for X amount of years to understand that this person was just looking for somebody better than you, while the entire time they let you waste your time because you were just a placeholder. Don't ever allow anybody to take advantage of you that way, because at the end of the day, you have one life to live. The minute you feel like you are forcing somebody to marry you, to have a future with you, to have kids with you, from that point it's time to rethink your options, because the same way that you might be thinking that this person will need to spend the rest of their lives with you, they might not be thinking the exact same thing. And to be honest with you, I wish people would be honest with things like that, because wasting somebody's time while you already knew that the person was just a placeholder in your life is one of the worst things somebody could do to someone. So from the 5 signs you might be a placeholder in your current relationship, the relationship is at the standstill motion is at the 4th spot. The 5th and final sign is that you've heard them talking about their sisters, you've heard the person talking about their best friends, but when it comes to introducing you to anybody special to them, this has never happened. And I know at the beginning of a relationship, it's probably going to take time for somebody to really introduce you to the people they love. But at some point, if you've been dating somebody for, let's say, 3 years, why would it be such a difficult thing for them to introduce you to the people they love, the people they grew up with, the people they've been talking about, especially if you've been in a relationship with that person for X amount of years? And if there's one thing that should make you question the entire essence of the relationship, is you not meeting his parent or her parent. At some point, if you feel like they're hiding you more than trying to introduce you to those people, you really have to ask questions. You really need to know, okay, what's the motive? Why we've been in a relationship for 3-5 years, but for some reason, every time we're trying to talk about your family or meeting your family, there's always an issue. What's the real reason? Or even worse, if you happen to meet the family, they don't know who you are. That's even worse than not meeting them at all. It's like you've been dating this person, they've never said anything about you to their family. He's never told his friend that he's dating someone, that is in a relationship for X amount of years, that is trying to do something with this person. He's never told anyone. And if this is not a sign that you are just in a relationship just to be in a relationship, understand that you might be a placeholder in your current relationship. Because anybody who truly wants you, anybody who truly wants to be with you, anybody who want to build a relationship with you, anybody who wants a future with you, at some point they're going to introduce you to the person they love the most. And most importantly, you won't have to beg the person for any of these things. They'll just give them to you as they should. So from the 5 signs you might be a placeholder in your current relationship, them not introducing you to the loved ones is definitely a sign that you might be a placeholder in your current relationship. From that note, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If I've missed something in the process, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Peace.